Hey y'all, it's November the 16th, 2016. I wanted to let y'all know something. Number one, I got a mic, alright? Because I understand the audio is terrible on here. I understand that. Now I went ahead and I got a mic, alright? Spent a little bit of that money and I got a mic, alright? So hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear out there. Alright, not only did I get a mic, but, there's going to be a certain bit of revamping when it comes to the channel. I've been slacking on the channel. I decided to turn it up a notch. Alright, so there's going to be some revamping. Chances are I'm going to get some video editing software and I'm going to do some things. And it's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you cry. All sort of things. But here's the thing. We're gonna have to buckle down too as well. All right, the focus of this particular channel is going to be more focused. All right, we're gonna harness the energy coming from this channel, and we're gonna provide some sort of support for all the other very important channels here on YouTube and in other places. We're going to focus our energy here. Alright, I want to talk to you about three things real quick in a video. I want to talk to you about three things. One is there is only one God, and I'm not saying that to rub it in your face. I'm trying to help you. Trying to help you out. There really is only one. When you speak of a different one, that is a different one. It doesn't exist. Alright? And I'm sorry about that, but there's only one. Alright? And just real briefly, you can find out about him in the Bible. He's the only one. And then there's other books. There's all sort of other books that will show you even further that he is the only one. And you need to get over it. Alright, so I just get that out of the way, and now I want to talk about the two main focuses that are going to be displayed on this channel from here on out. Because number one, it is the tribulation. Before I start, it is the tribulation. All right, a lot of people are going to want to argue on that and debate that. Feel free to. We're in the tribulation. The thing is, there's been many tribulations. Right. Tribulation basically just describes when a society falls because it cannot hold itself up anymore on the bubbles that it's created. All right. It happens over and over. There's been many societies that have fallen. And we are doing the same thing. And that's why it's called the tribulation. All right. It's plain to see that we're in the tribulation. All right. Alright, so I don't want to go on a tangent and just keep talking about trying to prove to you. You won't need any proof. But if you needed some proof, we're going to discuss, here's what we're going to discuss, probably every day. The absolute, complete retardation of a person, of people. They're doing things that don't make sense, alright? Because demons are running their lives, and they don't even know it. They might have good intentions, but guess what? Demons are running your life. And they're making decisions for you. And we're going to point out all the retarded decisions that are going to happen. And we're going to point out that there's going to be people out there who can tie their shoes, who can leave their house, who can put food in their own mouth. There's people out there who make the strangest decisions. And you gotta wonder, why is that? Well, the reason is because of tribulation. It doesn't make you feel good. And then you gotta do all sort of things to make you feel good and distract yourself. And then you become retarded. You have blind spots. And the thing is, I have blind spots as well. I'm sure you have blind spots out there, and you would like to know what they are so that you can work on that, and you don't look so retarded sometimes. I'm in that same boat with you. But the thing is, we gotta point out just how retarded it has become, and how retarded it will get in the very near future. This is the tribulation. We're balls deep up in it. Ain't no getting out of it right now. Alright, so we're covering that. And we're going to see all sort of people do very outrageously ignorant things, hateful things. And we're going to point them out. And they're going to have all sort of questions, these people. They're going to have all sort of questions. Silly questions, very complex questions. But here's the thing. This channel is simple, if anything. It's very simple. We go ahead and we boil it down. So that being said, let me make my 2 points real quick. Here's what's going to be the focus of this channel. Is number one, in no particular order. Number one, you, me, anybody, everybody that you ever heard of, they'll never be free. It's funny to think about, but they'll never ever be free, ever. All right, because that's the nature of this world. You're gonna have to answer to somebody, and you're gonna have to answer the voices in your head. So you'll never ever be free. And it's funny, but this goes ahead and it divides people. And that's what's taking place during the tribulation, a great divide. Because you have people out there who will fight tooth and nail for their own freedom. And they'll be fighting for their own freedom for their whole lives. And lots of times they'll make themselves out to be victims. They're addicted to victimhood. And they'll be fighting for their freedom their whole life. And meanwhile, they'll never get it. Just like I said, just like we already knew. They'll never get that freedom. You'll never get it. You only get it through God, and you got to know who God is. He's the God of the Bible. You'll never get it. But see, this divides people because there's going to be another group of people who will be more concerned not for their own freedom, because they understand they'll never be free, but for their neighbor's freedom, for the stranger who they've never met's freedom, for their children's freedom. They will be more concerned about preserving the freedom of everybody else to do what they like in their own part of town. Right? They'll always be more concerned, and that is the divide. You'll have people out there fighting for freedom, their own freedom. They'll never get it. That is retarded. And then you'll have a complete different other people, and they will be divided and separated of people who are more concerned for other people's freedoms, because that's the only way you'll win, is to be more concerned for other people's freedoms, to do and think what they like, just so long as they're not doing abominations. And when you hear about those abominations, well, you go ahead and deal with it. All right, so there is that divide, and we need to remember that. All right, that is crucial. That is going to be the cornerstone of this channel from here on out. Is there is two different people, and they act two different ways. And one side becomes violently ignorant and violates everybody around them. Why? Because they don't care about anybody else's freedom but their own. Point number 2, let's go ahead and wrap this up, but point number 2, also very crucial. You've been lied to. And I've been lied to. Pretty much everybody's been lied to, you guys. Lied to. When it comes to drugs, and that's absolutely crucial. People are going to have all sort of questions. They're going to ask, why this, why that, why did this happen, why is Donald Trump the president? And they're asking all sort of complex questions. They don't realize there's very simple answers. The answer is this: there's only one God. Everything else is a drug. And it makes you feel good, and it does chemical reactions in your brain, and it makes you feel good even though we're living in the tribulation. And it's good to feel good. I want you to feel good. I want to feel good, all right? So we do drugs. Everything is a drug. We've been lied to. All right? We've been told only certain things are drugs, and those things will kill you, and everything else is just fair game. And you can go crazy on everything else, but just not these particular drugs, when in fact everything is drugs. And when we can accept that Everything is drugs. There's only one thing that'll make you happy forever and ever, and that is God. Everything else is very temporary. Everything else will give you temporary satisfaction, and that is a drug. If you worship it, guess what? That's an idol. And it's not good. However, everything is drugs. That will be very crucial on this channel, because you gotta understand that everything is drugs, and we're all addicted. We're all very addicted. There's only one thing that's not drugs. Guess what? That's God. Forever and ever. You want happiness? You want to feel like how you feel when you're on drugs? You want to feel that way all the time? Guess what? It's God. And we're going to go ahead and pursue that God here on this channel. Anyways, November the 16th, alright, 2016.